My next guest has flown all the way from America to be with me this morning. Honestly, she puts a spring in my step and my hat is at a jaunty angle. The host of the aptly named Kinsey Schofield Unfiltered. Kinsey Schofield is here, hello.
I'm so excited to be here.
How are you?
I'm great.
What's with the cuffs? What's going on?
It's Christmas time, and it's
If you
Christmas
just tuned
time
in,
all
that
over
didn't
London.
sound right. What's with the cuffs? Let's just get this right. Can you lift your hands up? You've got Christmas sort of stuff around them.
A little Christmas outfit, yeah, and I'm excited. I'm going to take one of the bus tours to look at the Christmas lights around town.
The bus will probably break down because it will drive through a pothole. The lights probably won't be on because the electricity prices have gone through the roof and the council have probably gone bust. And even if it does, it'll probably explode and a health and safety officer will say that the tour's banned. Welcome to Great Britain.
That is not the Christmas spirit, okay?
I love when you come from the States because you sort of fly in and out and we're all sort of dragged down by what's going on in this country. But can I just ask you, before we get on to show busy stuff, the Donald overnight confirming that he is indeed going to sue the BBC for £1 billion. I don't expect you to get political, but he's done this before and won, hasn't he, in the States?
Yes, he did this with CBS and ABC. With CBS, I thought was an interesting one, and CBS has completely changed its structure based on this lawsuit. You know, with 60 Minutes, which is an iconic news program, you know, a lot of their staff threatening to walk off because of the way that they edited Kamala around the election to make her look more functional, I guess is the nicest way of putting it. Didn't work, did it? Didn't work. And then with ABC, George Stephanopoulos said he was guilty of something that he wasn't found guilty of, and I mean, that one was, to me, very clear. But I think that the BBC, it lands in the very clear category. This was, they edited him to say something that was not the meaning of what he said, and I think he has a strong case there. Really interesting.
We cannot go through a week without your dulcet tones. Where do you want to start?
Well, I bet I've had this conversation with you. I've been saying for years, because I worked with the Kardashians.
You did?
I've been saying for years that Meghan Markle would be pursuing a collaboration with the Kardashians.
Yes.
And as Remembrance Day was approaching, and we saw all of the incredible grace and strength and patriotism from the British royal family, there are Harry and Meghan keeping up with the Kardashians, chasing after Kris Jenner at her 70th birthday party.
I saw it and I thought, do you know what? It absolutely verifies in my mind that almost everything that Ginger Whinger and his hideous wife do is literally either so badly thought out or it is to compete. Because at the very time you had pictures of Kate demure and William at the cenotaph, remembering our fallen heroes from the wars, right? You had them leading into Jenner's 70th birthday party. Harry looking at somebody who put a stink bomb under his nose. You won't know what that is. We used to throw them at school. And her with that fake happy smile. I just thought you couldn't have two different sides of what's important and what isn't, could you?
Well, to your point about them always trying to distract from the good work that the British royal family does and the relevant work, Meghan announces her Christmas special is coming out around the same time we expect to see Princess Catherine actually execute the Carol concert. So December 3rd is when Meghan's Christmas special is coming out.
What's the Christmas special? What?
Yeah, I mean, what do you do when you have no family members that you still talk to? How do you execute a Christmas special? I don't know. But yeah, I mean, and what's so interesting to me is that the Kardashians have since removed all the pictures that they had posted of Harry and Meghan from the event.
They just don't get any luck, do they? Even the Kardashians, and then, you know, let's be honest, they're not the higher echelons of society, financially they want nothing to do with them now either.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that Meghan is trying to network. I think she's desperate for relevance, and Prince Harry looks like a moron sitting at a Dodgers stadium wearing a Dodgers cap in the dugout when he is heading to Canada a week later. Do you not think you're going to have to face consequences from, you know, your king, your father is the king of Canada. It's disrespectful to sit there wearing an LA Dodgers cap.
I didn't get into trouble. You were with me. I think we made it onto the Kimmel show. I did say some time ago that within 5 years the Ginger Whinger will be back. Do you remember me saying this? We're back in the United Kingdom with his tail between his legs, and she will be stuck in California with two royally related children. She'll be in films. She's about to make a shock return to acting. I know she couldn't act anyway, but it must have dawned on him and I'm never allowed to use the phrase, but he obviously wasn't thinking with his brain. She is just the most publicity-seeking, fame-hungry, narcissistic, airheaded waste of space I can honestly think I've ever thought about or spoken about. Why doesn't she just go away somewhere?
I would love to see a love letter written by you.
Dear Kinsey, I love you, love Jen. Do you know what I mean, though? I mean, stop the look on the face, and he's like, this is embarrassing, and she's like, oh, I'm with the Kardashians.
They told us that they were that the royal family were holding them back, that they had so much potential, and the royal family, they were jealous of their popularity, and they held them back from accomplishing what they could, and that they were going to leave the British royal family and show us a life of service. And now we have Meghan chasing after a woman that's famous for an inappropriate tape that was leaked.
A sex tape.
Yes, and
inappropriate. She's so
that is why this woman has any relevance today whatsoever. And when we found out about Meghan's cameo in a movie, I said, well, similar to Kim Kardashian's path. Kim played herself in TV shows and movies. Actually, Tyler Perry, Lily's godfather, gave Kim one of her first scripted jobs. And you know what? Fergie. On that episode of Friends, where they're in London. In fact, Fergie might be in 2 episodes of Friends in London.
Well, she'd like to be now.
Yeah, for sure. But this is not, you know, a unique path that Meghan is taking. She continues to follow in Kim Kardashian and Fergie's footsteps. And I'm sorry, but if you want to use the Duchess title, I have higher expectations for you.
Do you believe, like me, that his brain, his time is... He's starting to realise, Harry, that he's made a catastrophic mistake or not?
Yes, and I think that he is crawling back to the UK. Go watch the coverage of him in Canada where he's at Sunnydale with the veterans, talking about how his aunt had been there, his grandmother, his great-grandmother. He is desperate to still look royal. He's desperate to show that he can still contribute, because I do think he wants half in, half out. And Meghan is just chasing fame.
I think he's in trouble, though. I think he also genuinely, his face to me belies the fact that he knows exactly what his brother's going to do to him and his wife when he becomes king.
Well, why can you apologise to Canada for wearing an LA Dodgers cap, but you can't apologise to the British royal family for accusing them of racism? Absolutely.
Listen, you know, you and I would agree on this. A lot of people will text and say, you're very harsh on Meghan. No, she trashed something that for you and I is so important for many people. And what she does, I'm afraid, a bit like Andrew, is increase the cause of the Republicans that say that the royal family is not what it was and things should change. We know that the king is ill. We know that he fights to modernise the monarchy. I happen to believe, and I know you agree with this, that William and Kate will save the British monarchy, and you know, one can hope that that happens when it happens, and they do a good job. But I think Harry is stuck between the devil and the deep blue. I'm so with you. I think he's suddenly worked out that he's the future king's brother, and he's now being dragged along in an ill-fitting suit to Kris Jenner's 70th birthday party. Not really how it goes, is it?
It's not. It is incredibly disappointing to see, but I met the king. I'll have to tell you about that off air.
When did you meet the king?
Not last week, but the week before that.
Did you?
Yes.
Lovely. How are you, Kinsey? I've watched Unfiltered. How was it?
He hadn't watched Unfiltered, but we had a moment. We had a moment.
Did he kiss you on the hand?
He didn't kiss me, but he shook my hand, and he held my hand. I thought that was so sweet, and I said, "You are so handsome." And he threw his head back laughing.
Did he?
Yes.
You're such a flirt. You'll be in the Tower of London before you can possibly meet. So how did you meet? Come on.
I can't go into those details.
Oh, is this for the programme?
No, this is... I can't talk about it because it was a private event, but I had to tell you. I hadn't told you. It's been weeks since we've seen each other talk. I don't know.
Who did you go with?
I can't... These are details I'm not supposed to share.
She's flown in first class on a private jet to make a television programme. She's changed. Honestly, I found her 5 years ago in a cubbyhole in LA doing stuff about the royal family. Now she's mixing it with the king. You've changed. You've left me here.
You know what I'll say? Thank you, Meghan Markle. Meghan Markle, thank you so much. You are
But you're brilliant at what you do, and we love the fact that you're part of Talk. So you're over here making a show, and how long are you here for?
Until Saturday.
I'll see you tomorrow then.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah? You coming on tomorrow?
Sure.
Absolutely fine. Let's book it for tomorrow because it's nice. It makes me happy. Please come tomorrow, okay. But take those things off your wrists. We're here on Morning Glory.